That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun? Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code. Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you. Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Yes, just like us. How magnanimous of you.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind.
Be smart out there, Captain.
Yes, what?
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
As you enter the city, please. Okay, no.
Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. The whole department is in the process of recovering, myself included. If I'm being honest, I still have nightmares of my team turning on one another. Things can be replaced and wounds can be healed, but building back that trust in each other is going to take time. Luckily, we've built a good culture here, and we hired some new recruits who were inspired by what you did. I've got faith we'll survive this. I do. Thanks to you, the spaceport is up and running again, which is good for commerce. We've received a tip that someone has been bringing in contraband into New Atlanta. Great. First, speak to one of the technicians over by landing pad B. Ask them if they've noticed any suspicious activity. Once you've gotten a lead, cross-reference their testimony with ship records over at Aegis. When you're done, report. See you later.
to give our son to a different... Watch for the engine blast, will ya? Hey, try and be careful, okay? Don't want a ship landing on your head.
The petition doesn't say we want to kick people out of the realm.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
This is why I do favors for Agent. There should be a few working on the landing pads. If they don't know anything, move on. Right now, we don't have any good leads. Remember that job you did for Agent Plato? I finally had a reason to call in that favor he owes us. I asked him to pull the names and cargo of every potential smuggling ship that docked in the last month. He said he'll have a slate ready for you to examine. See you later, Captain.
The scan is perfectly safe.
Hey, what can I do for you? Need some work done?
This team, gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised every time this ship makes it back in one piece. Gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised every time this ship makes it back in
Keep your... If anyone asks, I didn't do anything.
And succeed at that before we are discovered.
Hey guys, thinking. Want to hear a poem I wrote?
A haiku, huh? That sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is where we're all going. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Hey, put down so I can carry a copy.
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things.
Orbital pattern.
I still don't know how. Lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
I will never get tired of that. We have a clean dock, right on the money.
I understand this station
Good to
was
see
once
you.
quite the luxurious place where you seem. military commanders. Based on what I see, I find that very hard to believe.
I'm on what you call a long term. Don't let Orville get to you. Just smile, take your drink, and be on your way. Best for everyone. You know, that's a good question. I do stuff for Orville sometimes, odd jobs or whatever, when he's not annoying. But I think technically I get paid by the Vanguard. Gotta love bureaucracy, right? Ooh, well, that depends on who you ask. Orville over there is still stuck in the glory days when this was the domain of the UC military brass and all their hangers-on. You can't see those days are never coming back. The Vanguard pilots, they mostly just resent guarding the ass end of nowhere. Reyna's okay, I guess. She seems to really care about the mission. And me? Well, it's as good a place as any to be stuck, I guess. Okay, then.
Let me know if you need something. Oh, it's you! What can I do you for? Terrific! Let's take a look. Take care.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said,
It would seem more prudent that the UC simply shut down this entire station, rather than allow it to endure in this state.
Got a call someone's power kept going out. You know what it was? A heat leech as long as my...
I should be grateful that things are so quiet here. But it just makes me uneasy.
don't see new faces around here very often.
I try not. It's a little surprising, isn't it? Out here on the edge of UC space. Well, I certainly feel that way. The Vanguard pilots don't seem to want to associate with me. And I don't agree with Mr. Romack's views on the colony war. So there are few options left to me. You know, I really thought volunteering for this assignment was going to be the boost to my career that I was looking for. Now I suspect even SSNN has forgotten about me. I could, so long as I don't mind seeming like an abject failure. And I just know that the day after I leave, some giant story will break. That seems to be the way things go. Why, certainly. The Settled Systems News Network is the longest-running news service in... well, the Settled Systems. Reporters are dispatched all over, keeping an ear to the ground for some breaking news that should be known to everyone. It can, admittedly, be a bit of a pain making sure those stories reach our central office in New Atlantis. But until someone invents faster-than-light communication, it's the best we can do. Farewell, then. If you're ever in New Atlantis, mind putting in a good word for me? I don't think my messages to SSNN are getting through.
May I be of service? If there's anything I can do for you, I hope we have what you...
I really did think this place would see a bit more action.
I know we're not. If you see anything unusual or illegal, make sure you report it. Vanguard's here. Take care.
How may the Trade Authority assist? Certainly.
What is it? I keep what... Ah, yes, we are done.
Was there something you needed? Yes, of course.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Did you need my help with something?
land at New Atlantis.
About time. I've been telling my supervisor about that cargo ship for ages. I'm beginning to think he was ignoring me. That's the problem. I don't really look at the ship names when I work, just the ID number granted for clearance. I think it was 5763. I do know it's a cargo class transport. Is that it? The way the crew handled the cargo, they were being way too delicate. The manifest said they were carrying potatoes, spuds. I don't know what was in those crates, but it certainly wasn't that. Later.
The fewer people there are, I hope you're not here to report something. If you are, I mean... That I do, Captain. Sergeant Yumi said you'd be coming to pick it up. You've got good timing, too. I actually have a friend on a classified star station who sent me this list of potential smugglers the other day. Here you are. Give an IOU. That's right. Classified station, top secret projects, etc., etc. Nothing you need to be concerned with at the moment, Captain. Keep your eyes open.
Found those. How's the investigation going? No major. Is that right? Do you know the name by any chance? Captain Enjai's ship. I think you might have hit the mark here. You had reports of their crew being less than professional on several occasions. Still, being a little rough around the edges isn't exactly a crime. Are you sure it's the right ship? Then the next step is searching their cargo for any smuggled contraband. And, as luck would have it, I believe the Anansi has already arrived at landing pad B. I'll make the call to have the ship detained until further notice. Your job is to board the ship, locate it, and if any of the crew...
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti-Xeno protocols. How the hell does a whole herd of Terramorphs touch down undetected?
How quick... Can you get that done?
Thanks for stopping to chat.
Yeah?
Pressure holding.
Now, you're not Pester, Captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words.
Orbital insertion. Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say you're old? Switching over to standard engines. Nice clean dock, Captain.
Good to see you. I hope we have what you need.
am the moth to your flame, the magnet to your fridge, the lint in your pocket.
Dad and I will be riding past. Bye!
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Your aim is immaculate, so I suspect something must be wrong with your weapon.
Did you need something?
Using Isaac. You accidentally hit me. I'm not sure what you were trying to hit, but I apologize for getting in your way.
I'm sure they're sad to see you go.
Maintain your correct course while we scan your ship's cargo.